Hey everyone, Gavin Topp here. I'm here today with an amazing man by the name of Adam from Brisbane here in Australia. Successful man, a husband, a father of three adult children. He's a manager, he's a leader. Mate, thanks for coming on today.
Good on you, mate. Good to be here, Gav.
Terrific. So, mate, we've actually met a little while back. How long? A year or two or three
Yeah, it
ago?
was a few years back before you
Yeah,
ventured abroad, mate. We touched
yeah,
paths and shared a few experiences on and that season that we're in at that time. So
yeah, yeah,
uh,
it's
I
great.
heard the word and it was good to plug in later down the track, mate.
Mate, so what was the reason? What was the thing you heard, did I say, to plug in and commit to the Become a Better Man 4-day online
Well,
challenge?
mate, from previous chats and what I'd seen online, I saw the fire and the passion and the desire in your eyes, and I'm kind of thinking, I want what he's got. So what do I need to do this?
Yeah,
I felt like I was a hamster on a treadmill.
yeah,
Although I might have had some of the praise and some of the material things, I just wasn't getting it done. What's next? I wanted the material things. I wanted all the acknowledgement, but it wasn't lighting my fire anymore. So I was looking to get some guidance and some experience and just help me shift. When
yeah.
I started seeing what you guys had to offer, what this program had, I resonated it straight away.
And mate, I'm just, as you're talking, I'm just thinking, I remember us having that conversation when I was still in Europe in Gozo, and you're asking about the boxing program, and you're asking about this, and you were searching, you were looking, which in my language was, oh, this guy's hungry. I remember when I got back to Australia and said, hey, listen, I'm doing a breakfast, a men's breakfast. You're like, I'm there.
Yeah, no, I
What
got
was that like, that breakfast,
yeah,
Stephen?
it was outstanding. So you set me right at the front table. I was in spitting distance from you, mate. But the energy in the group and hearing from other blokes who had done the work before, but were so willing to get there and to share it with others. That's what was desirable. The attraction was just seeing the energy in the group to help
Yeah,
each other and become better people ourselves. So
yeah,
once I got around that, I knew there was something special here. I knew that I had to be involved and it was going to take some effort and commitment and courage and vulnerability. And it was time. And I'd seen the blokes around me. They had that spark in their eyes, mate. They had been through difficulties and they said, this is a lesson. There's an opportunity to grow. And it complemented where I was. It complemented the man I wanted to be, the father, the husband, the son. So I just had to get in and understand what did that look like. And so let that man come out that's within.
and I'm remembering things that you've said to me. I want to get into this interview, but I remember you saying after the breakfast where I said to her, what is it that stood out or words to that effect? And I remember you saying, I want to be a servant king.
Correct.
That's impressive that you heard that.
The 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 scriptures about Solomon and him getting the wisdom, and the wisdom was to be of service, to be a servant king. So that's where it lit up and then it made sense to me. That's my purpose. That's what we're here for. I need to be a worker. I need to go to harvest, and that harvest is others. If
Yeah,
I get in there, there's steps towards to being a servant king. So the wisdom's passed on through a higher power, through you guys. So
yeah,
yeah, mate. And I'm learning. So, and guess what? It keeps falling in front of me. It
yeah,
keeps event by event keeps happening. And I was saying,
yeah.
what's going on here? Just keep on, Adam. Hold on, mate. So yeah, yes, yes, yes.
So day one, when we looked at your enemies, the things that are maybe holding you back or distracting you, what was that
This
like
is
that day
yeah,
one?
this is where my mind just exploded because it just started opening up and some clarity came and the shadows moved and those preconceived ideas and all that were just thoughts and impressions from others. I got a different slant on living. I knew who my enemies were and they were prejudice and stuff that was holding me back. Um,
Mm,
However, I could nurture the things that I held dear in those values, but those other things that weren't positive and weren't healthy, they can go. There's room for so much more growth.
yeah,
So, understanding the expectations that I was putting on myself and others were unhealthy, the moving towards kindness and moving towards removing those blames and those resentments, that was my enemy. My enemy
yeah,
was within. My enemy
yeah,
was me thinking I needed a praise and acknowledgement for others. Where if I got in and did the right thing, genuinely did the right thing, I'd be looked after. And I'll tell you what, it's happened tenfold since. That's day
yeah.
one. That's day one.
Because I think, mate, you're an 11 out of 10, okay? And why I
Yeah.
say that is because people would look at you, all right, 49 years of age, successful, material possessions, you're managing people, your kids are growing up, you're changing seasons. It should be time to kick back and look up. But you're on the front foot. You're looking for the next challenge, the next adventure.
That was the thing. One of the things of the program was I wanted easy street. I wanted to be able to kick my feet up and all that. And guess what? That'll all come, but I'll have that much momentum and direction. That's the new normal anyway. And
Yeah,
that's fine. And guess what? In my program, I'm learning that I can have downtime. I can have those 20 hours a week, Sabbath as we call it, where
yeah,
I can switch off because rest is so important
yeah,
because it gives me the energy to go 110% the next day. So
yes,
I've got to have that off your
yes,
device, off your phone. Stay
yeah,
rich and pure to the relationships around. Because guess what? Boom, I'm alive next time, and I'm harder and faster and
yeah.
smarter. So yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
So, mate, with the Become a Better Man challenge, those 4 days, like day two, when we looked at what we need from man or from what we need from this world, day three, we get into the culture. I mean, what was that transition like from one day to the next?
Breadcrumbs, mate. It leads one into the other. You need those foundations in those early days because then it builds on each other. Sharing from the guys in the group is the networking is phenomenal. So they share their experiences and they all tie in. They come in the day three when you're talking about your tribe. Guess who your tribe is? Other blokes in this program, other
Mm,
people around that community, people
yeah,
that you want in your tribe to help you grow. You only attract the people that you resonate with. So
yeah,
if you want to prosper, this is
yeah,
what this told me. Day three is telling me go and source those people that give you promise, give you gratitude, give you upliftment. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So that's day three, the tribe around me, understanding Corinthians, how to, I got to grow up. To grow up, it means I got to be around grown ups. You know what I
I
mean?
love it.
You know what I mean? So get out of this, get out of the scrolling, get off and get amongst it and live. And
Yeah,
because the connection's out there, and that's what
yeah,
drives me. And then guess what? The validation, it seems to drift away.
yeah,
I don't need it because
yeah,
I'm getting that much positivity, I'm getting that much acknowledgement. And from your tribes, be it professionally, be it in
yeah,
communities like you've got here, the Man Alive, or being family or other fellowships, that really started to drive things home and knowing how important that tribe is and me being part of those positive influences.
yeah. Well, mate, you're just a great contributor to the tribe, to the other men, which is just, mate,
Yeah,
a
thanks,
credit
mate.
to you. Even when we got into day four, we talk about you either compete or you create. What was that like up
This is
there?
massive. So the way that you guys can articulate the message is great. You put it very practical terms. So if you're an overthinker or you're just a knockabout Joe, we can relate to this. So one of the messages I got was don't be the spectator. Get out of the crowd. Stop being that judgmental dude. Get
Yeah,
in the arena. Be a
yeah,
person of purpose. Get in there and watch the support grow around you. Don't sit in the back bleachers
yeah,
humming your gums about this and that. You've got to
yeah,
want it and earn it. And that's by getting in the middle and delivering. And that's
yeah,
showing the courage to take that first step. But I'll tell you what, stepping on the shoulders of giants, get in and get amongst it because that's
yeah.
where it comes, mate.
Yeah, yeah, no, awesome, mate. You put it well, and that's it. How many men do we know? Maybe there's men that are watching this that have realised I've just been a critic in the stands and judged the men in the arena. Well, like you say, man, there's nothing better than throwing your hat in the ring
Oh,
and going for it.
what's going on there? Yeah, mate. So get uncomfortable. Because if I'm comfortable, I'm missing opportunities. And that means get off, get it.
Yeah,
I'm not a spectator. Get in and live it through
yeah,
relationships, through business, and through faith. Because I'll
yeah,
tell you what, once I'm all in, it
yeah.
comes and it grows.
I want to just say a massive thank you if you're still watching this. I mean, I would imagine you are. This guy, he's on mission, he's on fire, he's developing himself. So if you have any questions, leave in the comments. Adam will answer them, I'm sure. Or I will, or
Mate, we'll be in
mate,
touch. 100% we'll be in touch. Don't miss out.
So, mate, there's going to be people watching thinking, far out, man, I want what Adam's got. What would you say to those guys that are maybe in the stands waiting?
Take the step. I'm telling you, for a cost of a pair of shoes, mate,
Yeah,
you won't be walking. You're starting to fly. Now, I'm
yeah,
only floating, but I'm telling you what, I've
yeah,
got the tools and I've got a support network around me that's unpacking who I'm meant to be.
yeah,
And if
right,
you want to get all in and you want that spark, you're in the right place. Don't second guess it. And guess what? We still might not know what it's about, but it's heading in the right direction.
yeah,
And I'll tell you what, I feel the power, I feel it around me and the energy, and it's giving me clarity. Guess what? It's giving me time. I've got more
yeah,
time than I've ever had. And it's not busy time, it's because I've got time for decisions. I can hand over my troubles. There's a lesson in everything I'm approached by. And guess what? That's just sitting down there listening and working through this program. The proof is in the pudding. I'm plugged in. I'm very
yeah,
grateful for the opportunity.
right,
And I can only commend guys for showing the bravery and the courage to take a step to becoming better. And
yeah,
then, oh, my sons, the young men in my immediate family and around are
yeah,
just going, wow, what is this bloke? And they are coming for me. And what I've always wanted, I've given to them and they're
yeah,
giving it back
yeah,
through their
yeah,
relationship with their mother, through their relationship with their siblings, through their relationships at work. And that's just because I'm leading by example and I'm
yeah,
plugged in. This is
yeah,
what this program does. Get
yeah.
amongst it, boys. Get
And
amongst it,
that's what
man.
for people that are watching, if you're looking to level up in your family, like obviously your family's level, your sons are leveling up. You've probably heard me say, hey, you want to have great sons? Step up and be a great man. Show them.
It,
Well, that's what
that's
you've done.
it. That's it.
So if you're looking to level up in your business, if you're looking to level up in your faith, I would strongly suggest just don't listen to me. Do what this bloke's done.
Yeah. Have a
Mate,
crack.
last words. What would you want to say? Last words.
Be true to yourself. Be vulnerable and give. And be prepared to grow and to change. Change brings prosperous, be it harmony, be it finances, be it love. So be willing to change because it can only be positive.
Yeah. Amen. Mate, want to say thank you to you, your
Good on you, Gav.
family, mate. Thank you for your time. This is amazing. All right, over and
Good
out.
on you, mate. Thanks, bud.